Hey everybody, scared you? Welcome to the KimmelsIrishPub.com. Time for another movie review. I know, it's crazy. I'm surprised how many views I am getting on all my videos. I really appreciate everybody watching them. The last one I did got 1, and I don't know if that was me or not. So, maybe you'll see this. More than likely you won't, but I'm going to keep doing what I do. Someday somebody's going to be interested in what I have to say about these films. And tonight's film, enough of my sob story, is about Dunkirk. Or the movie is Dunkirk. And I will read to you what the synopsis is. Allied soldiers from Belgium, the British Empire, and France are surrounded by the German army and evacuated during a fierce battle in World War II. Alright, so World War II. IMDb gave it an 8.3. And the Rotten Tomatoes, the tomato meter, I don't know, the critics, 92%, the audience at 82%. So they really like this movie. I think it's getting Oscar nominated. So yeah, I've heard people rave about it, so it's time to watch it and see what they're all going crazy about. I'm sure my review won't really matter too much because people have probably already seen it, made their own judgments in the theater. But whatever. I'm going to watch it and see what the craze is about. The only actor that I noticed in it, Tom Hardy. Love Tom Hardy. Wish I could hang out with him. But other than that, I don't know the other guys. Maybe I will recognize them as I see them throughout the film, but I'm going to get into it here. It's only an hour and 46 minutes. I thought it was a longer film. It's not. So I'll start seeing what it's really about and check back in a little bit. Thanks for watching. It didn't work, did it? Hey everybody, gonna jump right to the credits on this one. Not sure if this review will make it. I'm not sure if I'll publish this one. I'll tell you what, phenomenal movie. It was action-packed from start to finish, edge of your seat. It was intense. I really enjoyed the way the movie was. That's why I didn't have a checkpoint or stop in and tell you a little bit more about it. The other part about it was I didn't quite understand. So I think, shame on me. I should know a little bit more history and understand it a little bit more, but it was hard for me to follow. Not so much, the action was incredible, and it was great. And it was nonstop. It was jumping all over the place and showing all different aspects of them trying to get out of Dunkirk. Everything that went on involved in that. So it's like the French and the British against the Germans. And the French and the British are trying to leave Dunkirk. Right from the beginning, there's a lot of action. What seems to me like a bunch of Frenchmen being shot at by Germans. And this one Frenchman makes it away, and then he gets out onto the beach where everybody else is trying to get away. But, they're segregating the British from the Frenchmen. And not allowing them to board the boats and things like that. So, but even boarding the boats, they have planes coming in and shooting or blowing up the boats, so they're ending up in the water or they're dying and stuff like that. So it's all about how they're going to get out of there. But the one part, in the beginning, again, I don't think I'm spoiling it for you. What I thought, 2 Frenchmen try and take a injured soldier onto one of the boats, and then they kick those 2 Frenchmen off. So it kind of makes sense. I'm like, okay, these are the 2 Frenchmen. But then as they continue to try and get off Dunkirk and the various ways that they do, they meet a 3rd guy. But he seems British. And then he is talking to one of the 2, and he seems to be accepted, and therefore no longer French. I don't know, but the other guy is French, and they're still neglecting to help him, and hey, we need to get somebody off the boat. He's the first one because he's French, not the other guy. I don't know. That was confusing to me, and I didn't understand it at first on how it was all working. I didn't know what part of the war they were at. They don't set it up with in the beginning, hey, this all takes place here, and here's what's happening. It just kind of jumps right into it, so I was bewildered on what is going on, who is who. They don't wear different colors, like when you play with the army guys, and green they're the United States guy, and the gray guys were the Germans. You know, it wasn't like that. It was nothing signifying them. It was hard for me to tell who was who, what was what, and what was really going on. So that's why I really didn't stop it to talk about it. I think maybe me researching it, learning a little bit more about this time in World War II. I did not do any research ahead of time, besides reading what I read to you earlier. So I don't know much about that battle and everything that went on. So I think my recommendation to you would be to research this. If you already know about it, great, jump into it and watch it. But learn a little bit more about this battle before you watch this movie. I think that would be very helpful. Because I think, again, it was great. Not a lot of dialogue, just a lot of action. And that was great. You don't need a lot of dialogue in these kinds of movies. But it set me up for a little confusion, which kind of hurt my enjoyment of the film. When I kind of figured it all out, it seemed a little bit better. Not that I didn't like it or anything like that. So I think that's the biggest thing for me. Great movie. Just kind of know more about it, because it jumps right in and doesn't tell you anything about anything. Even in the beginning, they're giving different, I don't know, it was very confusing. It seemed like it said 1 week, 1 day, 1 hour, and I didn't quite understand what that was all about. So maybe I'll watch it again. Maybe I'll learn more about it. Let me know what you think. Help me out with this one. I don't want to go on any longer because I feel like I'm doing you a disservice. But research it first, or learn a little bit about it, and then watch this movie. I think you'll love it, because it was great, and I didn't know anything when that was going on. So thanks for tuning in. I apologize for this review. Maybe I'll publish it, maybe I won't. If I did, you're lucky, or maybe you're not. Alright, thanks for joining. KimmelsIrishPub.com.